everyone. Before we start, I wanted to show you some of the plants. This is our bean plant and it's growing really fast. This happened overnight pretty much. And you can see we have our stem here and it's kind of going from a seedling to a sprout and the leaves are starting to come out. As you can see on the bottom, I want to spill it. The white stuff are all like the roots. This is our flower plant, so they're also growing pretty nicely. We have our stems, and then the sage hasn't grown yet, or not going to grow. I don't know yet. All right, so let's go into calendar. I'll get my pointer. Today, our month is May. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's find 11. Right here, 1, 1. And today is Sunday, Monday. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. After Monday comes Tuesday. Okay. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. Today is Monday, today is Monday, all day long, all day long. Yesterday was Sunday, tomorrow will be Tuesday, all day long, all day long. All right, 7 fingers. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. One for hands to the months. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December, 12 months of the year. Bum, bum, bum. Very nice. Today, we are learning about the letter A. And this week, we're also going to learn about I. So I'm going to bring my board over. So we are done with all our consonant sounds. So now we're moving on to our vowels. You guys can just ignore these pictures for now. Our vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, But today we are going to learn about A, and then later this week we're going to skip E and go to I. So A and I this week. So with vowels, they make 2 different sounds. They make a short sound and a long sound. We're really only going to work on our short sounds for the most part. So we're going to do A today. I'm going to draw my writing lines. When we're writing the letter A, we start at the top down, stop, diagonal line, and then go back to where you started at the top, down, stop, just like that, almost like a triangle, or you can go up and down like a triangle, and then across the middle on the dotted line. And then for lowercase a, you make a C starting at the dotted line, around, just like that. You jump back up to the dotted line and go straight down to the bottom line. It's a little sloppy. There we go. A. And A makes the sound ah, 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 ah. And that is the short sound. So I'm going to write short sound over here. Short sounds of A. And then the long sound of A, it says its name. A. So it's a little tricky. But for now, let's just do our short sounds. Let's think of some words that begin with ah, ah, ah. We have an apple. 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 Alligator. Alligator. We're going to do an alligator craft today. Then we have axe. Cut down trees. Axe. Excuse me. Then we have arrow. Arrow. Ambulance. Ambulance. Another word is after. What other words? Actor. Actor. Adding, like we've been learning to add recently. Adding. So these are all words that have the short sound A. Apple. Alligator. Axe. Arrow. Ambulance. After. Actor. And adding. Some long vowel A words would be acorn. Ape. Ape. And then ace, like the card in playing cards. Ace. So these all have the A sound. Ace or acorn. Ape. Ace. All right. Nice job. So we're going to start by doing our tracing, and then we'll find some pictures. All right. So I have my uppercase A right here. So some people like to go up and down and across. I like to do that usually. But another way, the proper way to write it, is you start at the top line, make your line down this way, then make your line going down that way, and then across the dotted line. So 1, back up, 2, across is 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. For our lowercase a's, you make your C, jump back up to the dotted line, and go straight down. Make your C, back up, straight down. Just like that. All right. Here we have our pictures. All of these, we're going to color the pictures that begin with the A sound. So we're doing this one, we're doing the long A. I'm just going to circle my pictures. You guys can color them or circle, whichever you prefer. So our first picture is an ape. Ape. That does start with the long sound of A. Ape. I'm going to circle him. The next picture is a barn. Barn. Does barn start with A? Does not, so I'm going to cross it off. Next we have an acorn. Acorn. That does start with the sound A. Acorn. Nice. All right, our next picture, our next step is to color the pictures that begin with the short sound A, which is A. So our first picture is an alligator. Does that start with A? It does. We're going to circle it. Next is a chair. Chair. Does that start with A? Nope. And then last, apple. Apple. That one also starts with A. Apple. Look, short A. Very nice. All right. We'll do one more before we do our next activity. We are going to do another short vowel sheet since that's what we're really going to be working on this when we do our vowel sounds. All right, so circle all the pictures that begin with the sound A. And we have an ant right here. Ant also begins with A. Ant. All right, our first picture. Try to think if this picture begins with A. It is a pie. Does pie begin with A? No, P. Begins with P. We're going to cross it off. What about a dog? Dog. Does that begin with A? No, dog begins with D. So I'm going to cross it off. Dog. All right, our next picture. Apple. Apple. Does that begin with A? It does. Let's circle it. Next one. Axe. Axe. Does that begin with A? It does, so we circle it. Next picture. Sun. Sun. Does sun begin with A? No. S. Here's a little S. Cross it off. And last picture. Ambulance. Does that begin with A? Ambulance. It does. So we're going to circle that. Vowels are sometimes really tricky to identify if it begins with the beginning sound. And a lot of the vowels sound similar, like A for A and I for I and for E. They sound really similar. All right, so this is another sheet. This part of the lesson is relating to this sheet, page 183. And it is a little tricky. We are going to try to figure out if the middle sound of a word begins with our vowel we're working on. So it's a little more difficult. We haven't done this. Remember when we were doing X or X, we were doing the ending sound. So this is fox, F-O-X is fox. It begins with F. The middle sound is A, and the ending sound is X. So fox ends in X. Now we're trying to figure out what is the middle sound. So here we have the beginning sound, middle sound, and ending sound. I'm going to do another one. So this is cat. C-A-T. It begins with the letter C. We hear the K. Then we have at. So our beginning sound is C. C, k. Middle is A, and ending is T, at. So we're going to be looking for the pictures down here that have the middle sound It's going to be a little tricky. It's okay if we're a little confused. So this is not the best drawing, but is a can, an. The first sound we hear is k, C again, k, an. So the middle sound is a C, k, n. So we're going to write an middle sound is an A, my fault. Beginning sound is C. Middle is an A, So I'm going to write an upper and lower case A next underneath the can. All right. Okay, dog, d-og, d-og. Do we hear an in the beginning of d-og? We don't, it's an O. So I'm going to write dog up here. It's D-O-G. So the first sound here is d-og. So the middle sound is O, d-og. And the ending sound is G. Or the middle sound is O, and the ending sound is G. D-og. Even I'm getting confused. All right, so I'm not going to put A underneath our dog. Our next picture is a bat. B-at. B-at. In the middle of the word, do we hear the at sound? B-at. We do. It's B-A-T. B-at. B-at. So we have our A in the middle. So I'm going to write our upper and lower case A underneath B-at. Our last picture is a m-op. M-op. Do we hear an A in the middle of m-op? So mop is M-O-P. M-op. So we do not have an A in the middle of mop. Otherwise it'd be map. If it was an A, it'd be m-app. So I'm going to put an X over that. Okay. One more worksheet before our craft. We're going to do this one together. Okay, so our first picture is a man, M-an. Do we hear an A in M-an, man? So they did this one for us, and there is an A in M-an. I'm going to spell man up here. M-A-N. M-an. All right. The next word is sun. 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 Do we hear an A in sun? There is no A in the middle. It's S-U-N. Sun. The middle sound is which is U. Going to put an X over that. Next we have a cat. K-at. K-at. Do we hear an A or an A in the middle of k-at? Yes, we do. It's C-A-T. K-at. So I'm going to write upper and lowercase a. All right. Pig. P-ig. P-ig. Do we hear an A in the middle of p-ig? Nope, no A in pig. It's P-I, because I makes the I sound. P-ig. P-I-G. Put an X over that. The next one is a f-an. F-an. Do we hear an A in f-an in the middle? N. There is an A in the middle, so I'm going to write our A. And fan is F, A, N. F-N. All right, so you have our A right there. The last one is a baseball bat. B-at. B-at. So we're going to see, does it have an A in the middle? B-at. It does have an A in the middle, so we're going to write our upper and lowercase a, and I'm going to write bat at the bottom, which is B-A-T. B-at. Bat. So next, the worksheet asks us to find words that rhyme. They have the same end of the word. So let's see, does man and cat rhyme? Do they sound the same at the ending? Man, cat? No. What about man, fan? Do they rhyme? Man, fan? They do, so I'm going to circle my man in green and my fan in green. Man, fan. You don't have to do that. I'm just doing it to show which words rhyme. The next one, we're trying to find a word that rhymes with cat. Cat, pig. Do they have the same end sounds? Cat, pig. No. What about cat, fan? Last, cat, bat. Do they rhyme? They have the same ending sounds. Cat, bat. They do. I'm going to circle them. So they both have at. So k, at, and b, at. Man and fan is m, and f, and. Both have a-n, an. All right. So we're going to move and do our alligator craft. We're going to use a brown paper bag, or you can just use a square or a rectangle piece of green paper. I painted mine and made sure it didn't stick, so you can move it and make it into an alligator puppet. Or if you don't want to paint it, you can put green paper over both parts. Just make sure you still can move this part of the brown paper bag. I'm going to need my glue, and then I gave you a template with all of our other things you need to cut out. So here, the face is going to be on the top. Mine's a little wet. I should have let it dry. All right, so we're going to start by gluing on its tail at the bottom. I'm going to have it stick out like this. So put a little stripe of glue towards the bottom, and then stick your tail All right, next I'm going to take my belly and I'm going to draw stripes with a black marker across. So to give that looking like an alligator's belly. And I'm going to glue it on the middle, like that. So put a glue here and put on my belly. And the pointy part goes up towards the face. All right, next we are going to get our tongue and our teeth. So we have to make sure that the tongue goes not on the top part of the bag, on the bottom, like that. Alrighty. Put glue on the back of it and stick it on. Next, the teeth go down the bottom of the tongue. So I'm going to draw a stripe of, or not a stripe, a line of glue, almost like I'm making a smiley face, and put on my teeth on my tongue. All right. Last, or not last, well, next I have my face. I'm going to draw nostrils on my alligator, like this, and put my face on the upper part of the paper bag. But I'm going to put glue only on, I'm not going to put it on this piece of paper, I'm going to put it on the bag directly. So when you just want it on this part, so when you move it up and down, they'll be separated from the teeth. the face will be separated from the teeth. Like that. A little bit further down. There we go. Like this. And then I'm going to add my 2 black eyes, one over here and one over there. And then the white parts of the eyes are going to go on top of it. Like that. And then I have 2 squiggly lines. I'm going to put them on the side of my alligator. You don't have to do this part if you don't want. Just to make him look like scaly a little bit. 1 and 2. One on one side, one on the other. Then we have a little alligator. Hopefully, I'm going to see if it works with the puppet part. It's still a little wet. I think the point is so then you can put your finger and the alligator opens and closes his mouth. Alright guys, bye!